In the last video, I talked about pillars and how important they are in your life. I feel like I want to just give a quick win and just share a personal philosophy of mine called reverse charisma. I think it's one of the fastest ways to be as the most charismatic version of yourself possible. And it stems from really disliking everything I see on YouTube of how you need to be charismatic. Like you need to make eye contact for this amount of time, or you need to lower your voice or say the words like this. And I dislike trying to be charismatic by following a set formula because it's not consistent, it's not authentic. Um, it's very selective who you then decide to be charismatic with. Maybe you'll only decide to be charismatic with a specific kind of person because you want that person to like you. And then you'll pull off all the stops like, oh, look at me, I'm so charming. And reverse charisma just puts this in reverse. You know, you don't try to be charismatic. You try as much as possible to make other people charismatic, and you try to see the charismatic person in them, even if they don't have one. You know, even if you don't think they have one. The truth is that most everyone wants to have a good time. Most everyone has more depth to them than you originally know. Even if they have horrible teeth and they're homeless, if you try to bring that person out of them that's fun and charismatic and it's there, then everyone wins, you know? So in that way, you're never like going into a situation thinking, oh, now I'm gonna make people laugh. Now I'm going to give compliments. Now I'm gonna make people feel good. Now I'm going to know how to set the right boundaries by saying this or that. You're just not doing any of that. You're going in genuinely wanting to have a good time, but you put it on everyone else. You're like, everyone else is super charismatic. I'm probably not charismatic. Everyone else is super charismatic. Everyone else has an amazing joke in them. Everyone else has a lot of depth to them. And then you go in with that perspective and you bring that out. So, like, let's just be a bit more clear. One book I really liked, and I probably somehow manifested it for myself out of that book, is How to Make Friends and Influence People. I read it like 10, 15 years ago. And the idea is to just be interested in what people are saying, to ask them questions, to let them talk more than you talk. And then they'll just like you because you're interested in what they're doing. And I don't necessarily think that like you need to walk around with that formula either. Like you don't need to, oh, now I'm just going to listen to everyone more than I talk. But it's more of just having the genuine curiosity and interest in other people. Other people are the source of information, the source of opinions. You already know your opinion, you already know everything that you think. And the idea isn't to like share what you think so that people like you. The idea isn't to be more than what you are so that people like you. The idea isn't to say extra things so that people like you. The idea is to stop trying to be liked at all and see how you can like the people around you, regardless of who they are. Um, the gardener, the person at the cash register, someone working in an office. Try to find a way where it's just fun. So, with the example of someone sitting in the office, I don't know, I haven't spoken to anyone in a bureaucratic position in a while, but I usually try to find something fun about something that happened around us. You know, like a situation happened close by, I would comment about it like, oh, this is happening all the time. It must be fun working in an office like this, or give a compliment if you feel like it's genuinely there, like, oh, I feel like you're making this place more colorful by how you decorate your desk, or uh, maybe I'd ask, you know, like, what kind of humor are you into? So I don't feel like I have it as concrete as possible. I've been thinking about this concept for a while and how I would talk about it actually. But I'm just kind of like this in my day-to-day life, you know. I remember an Amazon delivery guy who I say hi to all the time. And I just ask him like, "Hey, how's it like to be doing what you do?" He's like, "Yeah, I enjoy it. I get to meet kind people like you." And then I look at him and I tell him like, oh, it takes one to know one. It takes kind people to know kind people. And I wouldn't have gotten to this level of conversation if I didn't bother to ask him how is it like to have his job. So within this level is just the fact that we think that people need to be special or to fill some kind of projection of what we think special is in our head. They have to be handsome, they have to have a smile with perfect teeth, they have to be muscular, or they have to wear fancy clothes. Like all of that is just not true. Everyone has depth, and you can get to that depth so long as you ask and you give them the chance to show what that is for themselves. I'll try to make this concept like a little bit clearer, maybe with more examples, because I'm feeling a little bit of vagueness. But just try to walk around with this mentality of I'm not charismatic. I'm the last person who's charismatic. Everyone else is super charismatic. Everyone else is going to try to be funny, is going to make jokes, is going to try to give compliments, or like just expect the best out of everyone. And then see how little by little you actually start seeing these sparkles of people from around you. And then instead of you being so like trying to be interesting, you just start noticing how the world around you is becoming more interesting, and then it's just much nicer conversations. Give it a go. Let's see how that goes, and catch you in the next one.